So welcome all of you in our YouTube channel and myself Kapil Soni, and today we will discuss about the classification of DC motor on the basis of working and on the basis of size. And now we will discuss about the classification of DC motor. So in this video we will discuss about not only classification but its characteristics, its operating characteristics and uses which is used in a specific field of a DC motor. Like DC series motor is mainly used for traction work and DC shunt motor is mainly used for constant speed operation in lathe machine and DC compound and other types of motor which is in DC. So please watch this video completely. And now we will discuss upon the classification of DC motor depend on the way of connecting the armature and field winding of a DC motor. Means how we connect field winding and armature winding, and on the basis of this we will classify the DC motor on the following ways. First is DC shunt motor and another is DC series motor and third is DC compound motor. And DC compound motor is classified into many ways. First is short shunt compound DC motor and another is long shunt compound DC motor. And short shunt compound DC motor is classified into two ways. First is cumulative compound motor and differential compound motor, and long shunt compound motor is also to be divided into two types. First is cumulative compound motor and another is differential compound motor. DC series motor is a motor in which field winding is connected in series to the armature winding, and DC shunt motor is a motor in which field winding and armature winding both connected in parallel. And in DC compound motor it is a combination of DC shunt and DC series, means in which field winding is connected in series with field winding is connected in parallel to the armature winding, means it has both types of quality in DC compound motor. And now we discuss the DC series motor. What is a DC series motor? And in this type of DC motor, the armature and the field winding both are connected in series with respect to the supply, and the resistance of series field winding RS is smaller than the armature resistance RA. Means if our resistance is high in this type of motor, so the losses of the motor will increase, and its effect losses will be increased in this type of motor, and the flux is proportional to the field current. And in this way, in this type of motor, IF equal to IA, means field current is equal to the armature current, and so we know that flux phi is proportional to the IA, and IA is the armature current. This flux can never become constant in DC motor. As a load change, IF and IA also get changed. And DC series motor is not a constant flux motor, which will be discussed in the above point, because load IF and IA is always changed at the time of operation at every instant of time. And this type of motor has many uses which will be discussed in this video, so please watch this video completely. And in this video we will discuss about the characteristic of DC motor. To study the performance of DC motor, in this video we study various characteristics of a DC motor. First is torque versus armature current characteristic, in which we vary armature current and torque will be changed in response of armature current. And another characteristic is speed versus armature current, characteristics in which we vary armature current and speed of the motor will be increase or decrease, means change and varied. And third one is the speed versus torque characteristics in which we vary the torque or speed and changes occur in torque and speed. So now we discuss the torque versus armature current characteristics of a DC series. So now we will discuss about the torque versus armature current characteristics of a DC series motor. We know that torque developed in any DC motor is represented by T directly proportional to phi and Ia, where phi is the flux and Ia is the armature current which is induced and flow in the armature winding of a DC motor. And in case of a DC motor, if field winding current is equal to the armature winding current for small value of Ia, so at this time flux in the motor is equal to the armature current, so flux phi is proportional to the Ia. So we know that T proportional to phi into Ia for small value of Ia. So in this way T is directly proportional to the Ia square, means for small DC series motor, for small value of armature current, torque is directly proportional to the armature current square. But this condition is valid for small armature current, and when Ia is large and flux constant due to the saturation. Saturation is the level in which current does not increase and flux does not increase more and more. So at the time torque is in the DC series motor is directly proportional to the armature current. At the time flux does not play any role in DC series motor. And now we will discuss another characteristic of a DC series motor, and it is the speed versus armature current characteristic of a DC series motor. Consider that N is equal to the K V minus RA Ia upon phi, where N is the speed of a DC series motor, K is a constant which is required to remove the proportional sign, and V is the applied voltage at the terminal side, and IAR is the losses in the armature winding, and phi is the flux. So according to the equation, if the value of Ia and Ra increase, so the product of V minus Ia Ra is reduced, and at this time speed of the DC series motor also to be reduced. But when the value of Ra and Ia is constant, means in low, so the speed of a DC series motor is also increased. But in DC series motor the value of Ra is constant because we does not vary or change the armature field winding current. So at the time resistance, so at the time armature current is play important role. When the armature current is increased, so at the time speed of a DC motor series motor is reduced. And when the value of flux is also to be increased, where phi is the main flux, so speed is also to be reduced, which is explained in the lines. When supply voltage V is kept constant, speed of the motor will be inversely proportional to the flux, which is inversely proportional to the flux. In DC series motor, field excited current is equal to the armature current, which is nothing but a load current. Means when we increase our load at output side, so it is proportional to the load current is increased. If our load is reduced, so the value of armature current or load current is reduced. So therefore at light load, when saturation is not attained, flux will be proportional to the armature current. Hence the speed will be inversely proportional to the armature current, which is shown the following equation. Hence, speed and armature current characteristic is parabolic up to the saturation, and saturation is the level at which current and flux in DC series motor will not be increased, and it will be like a constant line and provide a constant line curve, and it is the important characteristic of a DC series motor to calculate the or to understand the efficiency losses of a DC series motor. And now we will discuss the application and uses of DC motor in industrial level. And now we will discuss the speed and torque characteristic of a DC series motor. We noted the speed versus torque characteristic of DC series motor will be similar to the speed versus armature current characteristic of a DC series motor, and as a result we have found rectangular parabolic, which is shown the figure. If our torque is increased in DC series motor, so the value of speed is inversely proportional, so speed of the DC series motor is also to be reduced, and when our speed is increased in DC series motor, so the torque is reduced. It has many reasons, and in which we study our next video, which is based on the DC motor, because it has required many sources to learn and understand this fact of this speed versus torque characteristic of a DC series motor. And now we will discuss the application of DC series motor. This motor are useful in application where starting torque is required high and quick acceleration. Means when we pick up our motor, our machine and our requirement device, so we use this type of machine, because this type of machine in which torque is directly proportional to the Ia square, because at starting in any motor starting current is high, so starting current high provide a large amount of torque. Means torque is proportional to the Ia square. If in our motor Ia is 2 ampere milliampere in any unit, so the torque is its force time equal. So its reason, its causes, it is used in traction and hoists and lift, crane and rolling wheels and conveyor belt in industry and in our daily life. So, and DC series motor is a high speed machine, and it has no constant machine, and for constant operation of speed we can use DC shunt motor. And our next motor is DC shunt motor. In DC shunt motor, armature winding and field winding is connected in parallel across the voltage supply voltage. Means we provide supply voltage in parallel of both field winding and armature winding, and the resistance of the shunt winding RH is always higher than the armature winding current RA, and the reason of higher field winding resistance is to provide a flux to rotate the DC shunt motor at constant speed, since the V and RSH both remain constant and ISH remain essentially constant for DC shunt machine operation. For constant speed, a field current is responsible for generation of flux, so the flux is directly proportional to the ISH, which is the field winding current, and in series motor flux is proportional to the Ia, which is the armature current. So the shunt motor is also called constant flux motor, and this is also known as constant speed motor. And this type of machine is used for lathe machine and other types of uses which is study in this video. And in DC shunt motor we will study the following characteristic to determine the performance, efficiency and losses of a DC shunt motor. And these characteristics are following: torque versus armature current characteristics, and another is speed versus armature current characteristics, and third one is speed versus torque characteristic. And first we discuss about the torque versus armature current characteristics of a DC. So torque versus armature current characteristic of a DC shunt motor is shown in the figure. And according to this characteristic, we know that in DC shunt motor, it is a constant speed motor. So in this motor, torque is directly proportional to the Ia, and where Ia is the armature current in armature winding, and T is a torque which is responsible to rotate any motor, and it is a force to rotate any motor. So when we plot a curve between both of them, so we get a linear line because it follows the law of linearity. So according to the graph, when our current is increased, so its effect torque is also to be increased. And this type of machine is used when we required low starting torque but constant speed operation. So we use this type of machine. And we now discuss the another characteristic of a DC shunt. Now we discuss the speed versus armature current characteristic of a DC shunt motor. We know that in a DC series motor and in every motor, back EMF is induced, and EB is the back EMF, which is equal to the N phi ZP upon 60A, where N the speed of the motor, phi is the flux, and Z is the number of parallel path, and P is the pole, and A is the cross section area of a conductor, and 60 is a constant value, and which is equal to the V minus RA IA into RA. V is the applied voltage is the terminal input side of a DC motor, and IA is the losses. And therefore N is equal to the V minus IA RA 60A N phi Z, because we calculate N, because in this characteristic we considered speed or armature current. When we varied speed or armature current, so effect we will discuss in this characteristic of a DC motor. So where K, we suppose where K equal to 60A upon ZP, and it is a constant for DC shunt motor. When apply voltage kept constant, means our K is also constant and V is also constant. So at the time shunt field current and hence flux per pole will be constant, and at the time N is directly proportional to the V minus IA RA. So at the time we plot a curve between both of them, means speed versus armature current. So we get this type of curve in the result, and this is a consider a constant speed DC motor. And the third characteristic of a DC shunt motor is the speed versus torque characteristic. We know that in a DC shunt motor, torque is directly proportional to the Ia, where Ia is the armature current. So from the two characteristics of a DC shunt motor, torque developed at speed at various armature currents of DC motor may be noted. If this value are plotted at a graph representing a variation of speed with torque developed is obtained, means when we plot the speed with respect to torque, so at the time we get torque developed in the graph, and the curve resembles the speed Vs versus current characteristic as the torque is directly proportional to the armature current. So when we increase torque, speed silently decreases, but not in large amount. So in DC shunt motor, we get this type of graph in speed versus torque characteristic, and it is a constant speed DC shunt motor which is shown in the following figure. Because speed is little amount decreases when we increase the torque, when we increase the current, and when we increase the flux in the DC motor. So in this characteristic has proof that speed of a DC shunt motor is constant, and it is used for following work which is we study in this video. And now we study about the application of a DC shunt motor. These motors are constant speed motor, hence this used in the application when required a constant speed, like in lathe machine, drilling machine, grinders, blowers, and compressors. And a lathe machine is a machine where we require constant speed for manufacture different machine parts, and drilling machine is used for drill in any device and walls of houses and many other uses. And grinders and blowers and compressors we know its uses. And now we discuss the DC compound motor. In DC compound motor, it is a combination of series and shunt motor in which means ki in which we use field winding in series with field winding in parallel to the armature winding, and it has a series winding that connected in series with the armature, and the shunt winding that is parallel with the armature, which I explained before. The combination of series and shunt winding allow the motor to have torque characteristic of series and regulated speed characteristic of a shunt motor. Means it has both quality of series and shunt motor. It has high starting torque with constant speed, and we increase the speed in this type of motor. There are several versions of compound DC motor. There are short shunt compound motors and another is long shunt compound motors, which we are discussing in the following video. Now we will discuss about the short shunt compound motor. In this type of motor, we connect field winding in series and parallel in both, but field winding series close to the armature winding. So its effect, this type of motor is known as short shunt compound motor. If the series field winding and armature winding distance between both of them is large, so it is known as long shunt compound motor, which is explained in the following sentences. And when field winding is connected in parallel with armature like DC shunt motor, this assembly is connected in series with the series field winding, then this type of motor is called as short shunt compound motor. But in this type of motor, we consider the polarity of the terminals. So on the basis of polarity and connection, short shunt motor is classified into two ways. First is cumulative compound motor and another is differential compound motor, which is discussed in the following video. And types of and its commutative compound motor, differential compound motor, and uses in industrial and our daily life. And now we will discuss about the cumulative compound DC motor. And in the following figure, the top of the shunt field is positive and bottom of the winding is negative. So if our top is positive and bottom is negative, so it is known as commutative compound DC motor, and which is shown the figure and sentences. Figure show a diagram of commutative compound motor. It is so called because the shunt winding is connected so that its coil are adding the magnetic field of the series field and the armature. We know that in compound motor, field winding is connected in series and parallel both. And in this figure, that the top of the shunt field is positive polarity and that is connected to the positive terminal of armature, which is shown in the figure. In the following figure, we show the differential compound DC motor, and which is similar to the cumulative compound DC motor, but there is a small difference, and that difference is we connect DC shunt winding to armature. The negative terminal of the parallel winding is connected to the positive winding of the armature, but in cumulative DC motor we connect the positive terminal to the positive terminal of the armature winding, and the series part is similar to the cumulative DC motor, which is described in the following sentences. And in means differential compound motor use the same motor and winding as the cumulative compound motor, but they are connected in slightly different manner to provide silently different operating speed and torque characteristic. Figures show the diagram of differential compound motor with the shunt field connected, so its polarity is reversed to the polarity of the armature. Since the shunt field is still connected in parallel with only the armature, it is considered as a short shunt because the between of series field winding and armature winding is small, and if the distance between series field winding and armature winding is large, so it is known as long shunt compound motor, which is specification in. And now we consider the application of DC compound motor, in which we study both cumulative compound motor and differential compound motor. This motor has high starting torque because this motor has both quality like DC series motor and DC shunt motor, and another is they can be operate even no loads as they run at a moderate high speed at no load, means they have constant speed quality, so they will be operated high speed and moderate speed means low to high. And cumulative compound motor and differential compound motor both are used for the following application: for elevators, rolling mills, punches, shear and planers. Planers used in the also known as road rollers, which is used to plane the road, and elevator we will see in our daily life, rolling mills and also we seen in our daily life and uses of these devices. So thank you for watching our video, and like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel and press the bell icon for upcoming video notification. And please subscribe our YouTube channel for your support and channel growth.